evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening again. Good evening again. I remember when I first started learning bicycle, I was so excited about it. I was so interested and I knew that I would be able to learn it very fast. But the first stage of me learning bicycle was not me driving. I was riding pillar to my sister riding a bike and I used to enjoy that whole process. 100 meters away from our home, that was our boundary. And I used to love the wind and the taste of movement. The second stage came where I started learning on my own, and that was through the hot summer afternoons. And I would go on my bike, go and crash somebody's house, come back and crash some tricycle rickshaw on the road, which was not running by the way. And I used to fall on my knees, hurt my elbows, and that was a true adventure for me. Nobody could understand what has gotten into this car. And the third stage of me learning bicycle was me learning while somebody sitting on the back. And that was where I have encountered least number of accidents, fortunately. And that reputation keeps to serve me now, even now. So this is the nature of summer adventures. Either the daydreams become our own dreams or just happy memories to recollect. The passions that we learn during these times gift us skills that we might be using throughout our life, either as stress busters or motivators. There are three rules to any Toastmasters meeting that will be followed today. First, please refrain from talking about sex, politics, or religion in a way that can hurt the sentiments of others. Please put your phones on silent mode. I'll do that right now. And please do not enter or exit the room while there is a speaker on stage. You can do so during the applause section. The next speaker I'm going to invite on the stage told me that one of the skills she learned during summer vacations was swimming. And that skill has been serving her well even now. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the speaker who brings the scissor to the drizzle on stage, Toastmaster Darshika
In a place far, far away, amidst deep green forests and rivers running blue, imagine a house at the foot of the Ghats between swaying coconut trees. A place where the sloping mango tile roof meets a courtyard. A place where we fed the cows, chased the chickens, and spotted monkeys. A place where we played in the mud, splashed in the rain, and ran behind the trains. A place with the sweet aroma of coconut curry calls out to you. That's the place I lovingly call Nammuru, my village. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
My parents would eagerly look forward to our holidays, just so that they could send us away to our village in the holidays. They would put us in the night bus to Bangalore, and before we could look back, they would run away into a life of freedom. We would head towards a life of adventure. Because next day, my grandfather would be there. My grandfather is a short man. He has thick glasses and beautiful golden brown eyes, and the warmest heart. And this short man had so many adventures planned for us. We would get up at the break of dawn to the call of the rooster and run down to the paddy fields. We would pull water out of deep, deep wells and bathe under an open sky. We would drink sweet milk and eat endless mangoes from the farms. My grandfather taught us so many things. We learned how to swim in rivers. While we would slip and fall in the water, which was so cold, fishes would come below our feet. We used to use coconut husk as floats for us. My grandfather taught us how to ride a scooter. Few days after we learned to ride a bicycle, we young children would be whizzing through the farms. These memories made the summer so special, and years later, I remember it with love. I'm sure all of you have these memories of summer holidays. I believe it's special because we always do something adventurous. We catch up with old friends, time stands still, and we find new passions and hobbies. And we come on feeling alive. Let me ask you, if we had a summer break, what would you do differently? Let's say our treasurer Jain Prakash, who has a lot of money now since he's collected so much money, he pays us for the month of April and he says, gives us an opportunity to do whatever we wanted as our summer break. What would you do differently? Sunny?
Chill at home.
Sure, great answer. Varmika? Eat a lot. Sorry? With the money. Keep eating. Ritwik? Take it. I believe all of us are craving for those moments where we can do other things other than work. I think it's important for us to find that time to develop these passions whenever possible. Whether it's going for pottery class or going for theatre class or coming to sunshine, I think we need to make time for all these hobbies that will really make us feel alive. That being said, this summer, Sunshine has a whole lot of things planned. We have a youth leadership program that we're doing, which is very exciting. Our newsletter is coming up. We have an open house meeting. We have some killer speeches, and we also may have an outdoor meeting. So let me ask you all: are you ready for summer with Sunshine Toastmasters?
Yes.
And are you ready to open meeting 1190?
Yes.
To take this meeting forward, I would like to call our secretary to read out the minutes of the previous meeting. She is a hardworking career woman and a passionate mother, and she wants to do her masters. Please welcome Toastmaster.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
So last week we had a colorful meeting. The theme was on a soul. Soul becomes dyed with the color of its own thoughts. Okay, so then if the meeting started off with our essay talking about how thoughts influences throughout our journey from childhood to adulthood. We also wished all of us holy. And then our acting president, Toastmaster Shubhankar sir, spoke about different aspects of family, friends, and how friends influence this life. And he spoke how this folks are sunshine people here influenced him to get back to Toastmasters. And then we had our first time devotee, Toastmaster Chandan, who started with a high energy where he spoke about his memories on Holi, and then he also gave aspects on how thoughts shape each one of us, like the personality. So we need to decide what thoughts we need to keep in our mind. Then we had three speakers lined up. We had Mr. Karthik, who spoke about the importance of communication, different styles of communication, how to influence such relationships, and then how to be a good listener. Then secondly, we had Toastmaster Valika, who spoke about a speech on surprise, which was to be a surprise, but it ended up being a sad event, and where she started welcoming life, uh, both good and bad in its own way, and then moving on with the life. And thirdly, we had a speech from Toastmaster Tarun, which was on love, origin of love, and then he spoke about Saint Valentine. And then he told us how to bring that color of love across people, whoever we meet, and then spread this love throughout our life. Lastly, we had a fun session organized, that was a table topic session organized by Toastmaster Arpita, and then the session ended with a general evaluation done by Toastmaster Akash. That's the report. Thank you.
I would also like to use this opportunity to welcome our new guests and new members. Welcome to Sunshine. Do you want to quickly talk about yourself?
Next week.
Okay, done. Waiting for it. And Namit, what about you? Do you want to just talk about yourself? And we have a guest with us. That, so you're coming to us for the third time. I'm sure you're contemplating joining our club now. if you could tell your name again so that we could.
My name is Singh. This is
And now to take the meeting forward, we have the Toastmaster of the day. He, like me, loves biryani. He, he like me loves his daughter, and he like me is a very passionate speaker. He is a regional manager of a company in Bangalore, so that's the person you have to talk to in case you want a job. He, during the summertime, he likes to go to hill stations on his bike, and he likes to play cricket, badminton, and he loves to read. Please welcome Toastmaster Hussein Ali.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Excited for this meeting.
Yes.
Let me ask you, if you have a opportunity to plan your summer vacations. So far, you have not gone that place. Which would be that place? Toastmaster, yeah, Anirudh.
That's good.
Why?
Because I want to go for a trek there. Vegas.
Vegas. What?
It's not like it's casino.
Casinos. What's the issue?
Goa.
Goa.
Yes.
Why?
It's boring and I like boring.
Oh.
It's boring and I like repeating things to the same place.
Okay. Thank you. So, I completely agree with you, Anirudh, and all people, especially Anirudh, because even my dream destination for summer vacation is Kashmir. In fact, I had planned my first honeymoon. Sorry, honeymoon in Kashmir. We booked the tickets. Then that the unfortunate incident terrorist attack happened in 2019. So we ended up going in another hill station, which is one of the favorite honeymoon place for all the Indians. That is Ooty. So a few of the do's and don'ts of summer. The best time to have summer holidays is from March, April, May, June. The best places to visit during this time is Kashmir, hill stations, forest area, and the swimming pool. And the places where not to go is Goa, unless you are a boozy and alcohol freak. And Rajasthan, the desert places, unless you don't mind getting tan, especially the bright complex people. And you can do so if you are dark complexion, like people like me. For us, not the sky, sun is the limit to get tan. I believe after this meeting, Ashutosh will revive his speech of SAA. You can talk about sex, religion, politics, and also the color and caste until it doesn't hurt the people. So moving forward, the Toastmaster Club was founded by Ralph C. Medley in the year 1924 on October 22nd, where he was working on YMCA, it means Young Men's Christian Association. In India, it came in 1991. Sunshine Club started in 1999. It is a platform to speak about the public speaking, uh, and you can get nurtured of how well you get connected with other members. So, my best story about summer holidays is that, in fact, I was working on summer holiday in my hometown during the lockdown, wherein my nephew, whose name is Yami, he every time he comes to me and distract me by doing naughtiest things. He will try to ping me and poke me on my ears and he'll trouble me. So the moment I'll try to avoid him and send him away, I'll try to beat him and send him away. So he goes back and comes with the shoe and throws on my face. Maya, oh! like that you do. So moving forward, the Toastmaster meetings, any Toastmaster meeting is will be divided in three segments. The first segment is prepared speeches, wherein the Toastmasters prepared on a particular topic on a project. They will take 5 to 7 minutes to deliver it. The second session is fun-filled table topic sessions, wherein all of you members can get an opportunity. You can come on the stage and speak about 1 to 2 minutes on any given topic. And the third is very most important segment, wherein our general evaluator will evaluate the entire meeting, how it went. So moving forward, the general evaluator of today, she is working in a company called Math Network as an analyst, and she is also doing the same job here to analyze the entire meeting. Oh. She is the current area director of C1 District 92 in this Toastmaster Club, and she is also immediate past president of this club. So my first interaction with her is a bit of strange. When I saw her first time, very first time, she was dressed in a frock, okay, white colored, and pink or red patches on that, and with a strange makeup. And after that encounter, I've been scared of speaking with her. You know why? She took a role of Annabelle. I like horror movies, but this was too. I still scared. I was scared to call her. I was scared to ask her what she is doing and how I want to introduce her. Join me in welcoming on the stage Diona Pinto.
Good evening, Toastmasters. At least Hussein here knew I was an Annabelle, unlike other people who thought I was Wendy's. So thank you so much, Hussein. And a huge applause for TM Toastmaster Hussein. So today I'll be the general evaluator, and as a general evaluator, I have to evaluate the entire meeting from the beginning to the end. Unfortunately, I missed just 2 minutes in the beginning, so please mind that. 2 minutes. So I will evaluate from the beginning to the end and give you tips on how this meeting can be a very sizzling experience for everybody. So to begin with, I have 4 strong pillars who will help me take this role. Starting with the timer, peaceful Pradyumna.
Good evening, everybody. I'll be the timer for today. So the table topic sessions will be 1:30, and 1 minute I'll show green card, 1:30 I'll show yellow card, and then 2 minutes I'll show red card. Same for the evaluation. And for the speeches, it will be 5 minutes. Yeah. So in 5 minutes, yeah. For 5 minutes I'll show the green card. 6 minutes I'll show the yellow card, and 7 minutes I'll show red card. Evaluation is the same as no, it's 2:30 and 3. It's 2 minutes. I'll be showing the green card. 2:30 I'll be showing the yellow card, and 2:30 I'll be showing 3 minutes. I'll be showing the red card.
Up next, we have the R counter, the very noble and nice Navneet.
Wow, that's very difficult to repeat. Dayamai Fiona. So, I'll be our counter for today. I will look out for all the crutch words that we use. And words that are oft repeated, and long pauses. So I'll keep listening for them, watching out for them, and towards the end of the rounds, towards evaluations, I'll come and share my report.
Thank you. Thank you.
Up next, we have the grammarian, the very sizzling Sunny.
Yes. Sizzling Sunny. Yes, so like you just saw, everybody, good evening, everyone, first of all. And my role today would be to observe everybody's features and see how we're doing grammatically, try to see what are the good phrases that we're using, also what are the not so good phrases that we're using, and what we can do to try and rectify that. Today's word of the day is sizzle, as we just heard. An interesting, a way to describe the word sizzle. We can use this word in two contexts. One is in the sort of environment, before the match, the sizzling atmosphere. That's a very energetic sort of atmosphere. So the word sizzle is used to describe energy. We can also use the word sizzle to describe some kind of food or some kind of an aroma. When you put food onto a hot plate or hot surface, it starts to sizzle. So that aroma and that flavor, that sizzling experience, that's another way to use the word sizzle. So when you're using your speeches or when you're delivering your speeches, please try to incorporate the word of the day as much as possible as you can. Thank you, and back to you.
And lastly, we have the listener, the very adorable Aruna.
Good evening once again. There's a saying, if you are a good listener, you pay respect to the person standing here. And being a good listener is as important as being a good speaker. So today my role is to listen to some of the tidbit information what the speaker is coming over and tell you, and question you at the end of the meeting. So please pay attention.
Thank you so much, adorable Aruna. And like she said, listening means giving respect to the speaker. So it's a humble request to avoid using your phone for the next 1.5 hours. Let's do that because yeah, Akash is being disrespectful, but I'm very used to it. This is because all of us have come prepared on this stage, and we love to be listened, and that's how you will also like to be listened when you're on stage. So let's do that and listen carefully. Another thing, keep the applause going until the person reaches the stage. That's all. I've already started my evaluation, and I'll come back with more. Over to the GM.
The best foods for someone: curd, lemon, fruits, vegetables. But somebody told me that there are not so good foods. I don't agree, but they told me that chicken is not good, red meat is not good, fish is not good. I don't agree on that. Moving on. This segment we have the speeches. Before we get into that, the evaluator of next speech, he is an advocate by profession. He works in a company called Excella Technologies, and he is the living example of how sunshine is a platform to use as an opportunity as a best speaker. He has been awarded the first place within Sunshine, and also a couple of weeks back there was a contest held at Ramaya College. So he got a first prize in that, and he'll be qualified. He has already qualified for next level. Do join me in welcoming Toastmasters Anirudh.
Thank you for your sizzling introduction, Master. Say, thank you everyone. I'm the evaluative speaker today. Speaker is giving his L1P4 project. That is the purpose of the project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during club meeting. The purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Time of please shown is 5 to 7 minutes. And best of luck to the speaker. Back to you, Mr. Francis.
Thank you. next speaker, he's an entrepreneur. He's so sincere and shy guy,